The world hates God. The world hates God. So you gotta understand that. Because if you're friends with this world, you become an enemy of God. This world don't like the Holy Spirit. When the Holy Spirit comes around, people manifest. It come upset. It'll come rule. People be nasty to you, and you did nothing to them. It's because the world hates God. That proves the sin nature that we were born in sin. We were born into iniquity when Adam and Eve fell, and they took the yoke with Satan, taking on the will of Satan, listening to Satan. You see what I'm saying? So it shows that we are naturally born sinners, born enemies of God. The carnal mind's enmity with God. When you really have the Holy Spirit, you gotta move smart. You gotta move smart. You gotta move in a manner which is worthy of being saying you're a child of God, because you have to move swiftly. You can't be everywhere. You gotta know when to get in and when to get out of places, or you're gonna just get open blows. But God does say He sends us like sheep amongst wolves. Yeah, He sends us like sheep amongst wolves. So since He sends us like sheep amongst wolves, we will be persecuted. If we live a life united with Yeshua, we will be persecuted. That's a fact. We can't avoid it. But at the end of the day, we gotta also be smart. But this world hates God. That's why I'm going to James 4:4. Friendship with this world is enmity with God. So when you trying to be the friend of the world, or you have the heart posture, I want to be one with this world, friends with this world. Not saying don't be loving and kind. Nah. Be one with this world. The same godless, immoral mindset to where we don't glorify God in all things and follow the will of Yahweh and let Yahweh be the king of all things, right? Through Yeshua, right? So you gotta understand that's the mind of the world. When you try to take on one in that, and you're not trying to come into influence to have people be in the king under the king's dominion, but you want to be one in that. You position yourself. Your heart posture is enemy of God. Your heart can first be against God because you say you want to be a friend of the world in your heart, right? Then your actions will follow. Your words will follow, right? Because out of the abundance of the mouth, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you're gonna start doing things that are not in God's will. So that lukewarm Christianity, that carnal Christianity, that's all trash. Most of these churches are really just asking for tithes, even though tithes not a requirement. It's an Old Testament thing that's not even in the New Testament. Or even they tell you things that entice your ear, and then they tell you the tithe that you're going to get return on your investment. Essentially, right? It's all the scams. All they're not really being led by the Spirit at all. In American churches, it's just straight Babylon, straight trash, straight Sodom and Gomorrah. They're just being abominable at this point in time, and these people want to hear it because in the end days, if they won't hear sound doctrine, they'll heap up for themselves teachers that they want. But just to, you know what I'm saying, they got itching ears. They want to hear, oh, you'll be successful, you'll be rich. Yeah, prosperity is a part of God's will, in the will of God, prospering in the will of God. Whatever the Lord has called you to do, you will prosper in that in Jesus' name. And it may not be fame or things of that nature. It may not be riches. Some of us, the Lord knows we might become proud if we get too much money. So He might have us in a, you know what I'm saying, just giving us enough, living by faith, just enough, because He don't want you to stray off. Because what does it gain a man? Look, I'm not gonna get that deep right now, but we need to understand that we must live with united with Yeshua, and we cannot be ashamed of His name and claim the name. We gotta live worthy of children of God. It said, if you take the name of Christ, depart from iniquity, and you do that through following the Spirit. Let's go. You have any questions, comments, concerns? Leave it in the comments below, or you can DM me on Instagram at Josh the Misfit. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, at Josh the Misfit. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.